Rafa gets away with 86 armor. And that's definitely I mean, yeah, you can just see how well timed he anticipated CZM shots. So, yeah, really, Rafa's back in the driver's seat here. CZM has a window, as the stack is not terribly strong. But if you take a look, you know, he's shooting himself in the face, actually. Oops. Red armor will go to Rafa. Oh, no, well, not. I actually did not see that Rafa went up rather than down. So, red armor goes to CZM. Excuse me.
You know, CZM's been playing this fairly, he's been playing this fairly cautiously here, and who can blame him, especially with Rafa's LG here. But here comes the anticipation plays that have not quite been his CZM's strength, but he's definitely looking to lean on it a bit more. He's wanting to get in more shots around these angles, get more pot shots in, and with 5 rockets to his name, he's going to be able to get a bit done here. And sneaking back out around this corner before picking up the health, and once again being very, very aware of his own sound cues. But what has it gotten him so far? I mean, he hasn't taken a lot of damage here, but eventually there's going to come a point where he needs to make this play. And Rafa, he made a timing error in ZTN once, and here he was a bit late for red armor. In fact, was he sitting down there at red?
I don't know.
Oh, well, I don't know either. But CZM missed out on red without even seeing the pickup somehow. And even if that was a timing error for Rafa, it was definitely one that would have been a hefty ambush had CZM gone for it. But CZM doesn't even have the timing for that, so he didn't even bother to check. And that is a surer sign of weakness than I think anything else has been here so far.
You know, it must be nice to be Rafa, where pretty much you can have things, have even shots and spam shot against you so well timed that as you come through teleporters, the explosion is already dissipating. It's ridiculous. Fantastic work by Rafa. He is in a bit of trouble here, but red armor will keep him in good shape. Of course, he did enough damage against CZM where it's a pretty safe pickup for him. Going out here, though, to center map, he does not have a rocket launcher, chooses an LG on LG fight, and needs to dodge like Rafa. Well, quite frankly, he can dodge, so he'll survive another day. Now, 45 health. CZM knows that Rafa's weak. You could hear the machine gun pellets raining in towards Rafa. And, you know, I'm a little bit curious why CZM gave Rafa a chance at that red armor and did not use his position on the center map to lock Rafa out. Because maybe he's just not quite as confident as he needs to be to face off against Rafa toe-to-toe, even when, quite frankly, Rafa doesn't have that great of a stack. And CZM got away with Mega? I don't know.
It's still been a very slow game here for Rafa, but again, he's very comfortable. I mean, he anticipates CZM heading back up to the top, and look at this ambush and picking up mega health along the way, and even to his bonus, he's able to cut him off completely from lightning gun yellow armor. I mean, Rafa in one fell swoop took half of the map away, crossed it, and landed a sweet rocket on CZM. So, CZM is finally able to get behind him. Is he able to seal any kind of deal, though? No, he won't be able to. Rafa's gonna be able to duck back out, and when you have the stack like that, you can afford to make a small mistake like that or two, but CZM didn't really push in for it. He didn't keep the pressure on, and that has allowed Rafa to head back over to yellow armor. But, what a way to get on the board. CZM with an awesome rocket is able to catch Rafa almost unawares there. And he's looking for more here. He might not be able to really make a bid for this. The more damage that he takes before dropping...
Oh, no!
Speaking of which, the more damage he takes before dropping down to red armor is going to make that play even more dangerous.
Ridiculously playing that position. Ladies and gentlemen, did you see how he played that? Okay, the lightning gun was up from his corpse, okay, but he left it there and used that as basically bait to try to get CZM to shoot at it. He kind of juked towards it. Oh my god. And then just like, I mean, I can't imagine how few pixels were beyond Rafa's crosshair for every single rocket shot that he took, and realizing that if he botched any one of them, he pretty much would have been dead. I mean, that is Rafa, folks. Is able to turn on the pixel point accuracy, timing this here so he can get behind CZM, a little bit behind. I think he hoped to get a little bit more momentum off of that rocket jump, but sweet Jesus, Rafa. You know, yeah, he got toppled by Sturmy and Cooler at QuakeCon respectively from winner and lower brackets, but
I don't know about
I really want to see. I really want to see what happens as we head towards the World Championship. I mean, Rafa will be there in some way, shape, or form. I'm quite certain. So.
And you can see the frustration coming out of CZM right here. I mean, he's getting to the point where he's throwing off a lot more attacks that aren't going to be doing anything. So the curve of frags per hour here is going to start to have an upward slope pretty soon as we see the final couple minutes tick down. But that's just because CZM is going, all right, I have nothing else to lose. I'm down by 6. I've got nothing to work with, and I really don't have the angle for it. And that has been largely the problem. Rafa has afforded him very little positional opportunities to do any real damage. And even the ones that CZM has managed to pick up, like finding Rafa with his back turned, he wasn't able to keep the pressure on you. Rafa was able to get away fairly cleanly and recover very quickly.
Mega and Red are up at the same time. Rafa gonna try to be sneaky about both. And he's going to catch CZM with his back turned, and it pays off. And now he can collect on what he has earned. Oh my god, just pummeling CZM into the ground with his rocket launcher. And again, that red armor remains up. Rafa doesn't need it. No problem. No problem at all.
So, while not the most pulse-pounding of matches, it definitely shows that Rafa is able to keep his cool very, very efficiently.
Yeah, I mean,
and
the way I see it, it's almost like Rafa knows that he's playing better. You know, you can see it's almost like he's very relaxed in handling this win.
He is, yeah. As relaxed as a cold-blooded robot can get. I guess that's why Arnold smokes weed. Anywho. But yeah, 8-on-0, final 20 seconds, no real surprises during this map, and this means there will be a third one and a third and final chance for CZM to show that he can bring something to Rafa. But you know, I mean, it's kind of dealt out from the way that the league is structured. When you have, you know, first of Group A going up against second of Group B, you're going to have matches like this. Especially when Vu has already taken down CZM quite handily. So we've got one third map coming up here. They may be playing the other two, but this is going to be the one that counts.
If Rafa wins this, he will of course be moving on to the finals, which will be occurring tomorrow and covered entirely by ESL. We will not have any hand in that. Here on Hectic, I think what's going to be kind of interesting about this setup is that we're going to see maybe a slower Hectic than what we've seen throughout the course of the day.
Prepare to fight. 3, 2, 1.
Here we go, guys. We are live in what may be the final round of the Intel Extreme Masters. I guess we lost Jahar. That's okay. But
oh, no.
Okay, good. So CZM so far LG-wise 25% in these opening 15 seconds, and it's been his one and only go-to weapon here. He's got 57 health. Rafa is going to run off and oh, hit a beautiful rail in order to connect. Beautiful.
CZM was statically looking for a way to do damage against Rafa there. I mean, he was, again, stationary in place in the center of the map with 57 health and a lightning gun and not much else more than a handful of wishes. But on Hectic, this is really the map, if any in Quake Live, will dictate to you, keep moving.
Yeah, fantastic rockets coming out from Rafa. He's only got 44 health, but he's got CZM's number. He's going to make the jump for red, and the damage comes in just late. It would have been enough to kill Rafa had he not gotten that red. So very risky, but Rafa does prevail, and now he's got the yellow armor to his name as well. Mega not up for another 8 seconds. Rafa, if he can get a little bit more health, can challenge for it. Let's see what he chooses to do. Spot CCM hits a beautiful initial rocket, popping him up, and now he's going to try to lock him out. Mega will go to CCM, but it will not be any help as Rafa is able to get frag number 2. And CCM as a fresh spawn is just typing out FML. Because there's
that
nowhere
was
for him
some
to
very
go.
effective pummeling from Rafa's rockets there, and actually this movement back out of, oh wow, that railgun is going to be sending Rafa back just a little bit here, but Rafa keeping the pace up, and you can see that CZM is trying to turn up the heat, but Rafa is already a few steps ahead of him. I mean, he's actually looking like he's expecting CZM to make this kind of pace change up and is matching it or exceeding it in this case. 42 health left for Rafa here after a 5th frag, and he's picking up a bit more armor on his way back up to the top of the map. But it's going to be a move through the teleporter portal, and actually his timing on it isn't quite where it needs to be. Taken down to 4 health, and CZM is going to be able to get himself on the board, but with only 17 health after that, I'm not sure he's going to be able to effectively move around the map and restack back up. Why did he?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that maybe he wanted to be sneaky. You know, maybe he thought that Rafa would turn.
Pushing forward.
Sneaky by dying. 15 health.
Yeah.
No, seriously,
my trap.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he really thought that Rafa would, you know, kind of give up on him, and surely he's going to completely run, right? You know, he's got 15 health. He's going to turn and run, you know?
We were saying that about Vu, too, weren't we?
Maybe. Either way, Rafa's vaulted this thing to an 8-1, 62% railgun accuracy. Make it 66 because Rafa can.
I'm still kind of amused at that entire situation, but Rafa right now heading back over to mid here. But there's CZM trying to set a trap, but like so many traps that we've seen set today, they're often rewarded with a rocket to the face. And Rafa's going to be holding down at red armor here, sending off plasma against both directions, and he's going to get bounced off. But his one last rocket is going to have the final word on CZM's face once again. 10-1 with only 4 minutes elapsed. I think this is not a good trend here for CZM.
Yeah, nice little
Double
double
tapping through the teleporter though, and coming back around through the exit. I mean, once again, CZM is trying to set up these angles and set up these positions, but he's rooting himself to one spot way too much, and making himself a very viable target for Rafa's rail.
Well, and it's, you know, Rafa's exploiting his human wall hack techniques where he actually keeps track of his opponent, and it's pixel perfect. Oh, goes back for the Mega though. It's all about the Benjamins. There we go, 12 frags for Rafa. Only one for CZM, and at this point, I think the part of the kitty is Rafa, and the little mouse is going to be CZM.
Warning.
Not even able to get his red armor cheese.
Wait, cheese?
Red armor cheese. Why not?
Yeah, don't say things like that. I can count the number of times on my chin how much I've eaten today. But Rafa, once again, I mean, he's very, very cognizant of exactly what CZM's capabilities are for the moment. And there's been so many situations where CZM, just like the time he was being sneaky by dying, was effectively trying to force Rafa to kind of back down. Rafa moving forward, though, I mean, that's something that at this point, CZM really needs... grenade through the teleporter.
CZM.
Yikes. Yikes.
That was such a beautiful nade toss. Oh my god, Rafa's got him.
And look at that. I mean, how choreographed can that move through teleporter get? But CZM is